France are taking no chances with their selection for Namibia. My name's Mark, let's talk rugby. France v Namibia. This one is in the Stade de Marseille in Marseille. It's on Thursday the 21st of September and kickoff is 8 p.m. BST. This is world number 3 versus world number 21. So we'll have a look at the two teams, starting with France. As I said, they've gone very strong for this. So look at that front row. You got Bai, Mauvaka and Antonio. So with Marchand missing, this is basically as strong as you could get in that French front row. You know, and it's going to be hard, I think, for Namibia to cope with those guys. You know, the sheer size, but also, you know, the scrummaging ability, Mauvaka's ability in the loose as well, Bai's ability to get over that ball and win penalties. Second row, then you got Woki and Flamand. Again, very strong. You know, these two, I think, you know, they work well together as well. I think they got kind of, you know, Woki is very athletic and Flamand gives you just that, you know, extra bit of heft as well. And both good line-out options. Then into the back row, you got Kroos, Challenge and Olivon. So again, with, you know, Aldrit missing, you've gone pretty much as strong as you could in the back row. And, you know, it speaks as well about, you know, we didn't see it against Uruguay, the depth that France have. They struggled a lot, but I think where their depth comes through is when they bring players into the team that they're still able to perform. So I think we're going to see, you know, this back row performing very well as a unit. Then talking about a good unit like halfbacks Dupont and Jalabert. Jalabert has been really good since, you know, he's basically claimed that number 10 jersey above Astoy once Entamac was ruled out. And, you know, I've said enough about Dupont, and, you know, you can't say enough good things about him. He's that special a player, and when he's gone, we're going to miss him. You know, they're like, you know, every generation there's a few players that really do define it, and he's one of the ones that defines this generation of players, not just for France but in the world. On to then the outside backs. We'll do the centres first. So we got Dante and Fiku in the centres. So good to see Dante back there, and himself and Fiku. Fiku was in tremendous form coming into the tournament, and with those two guys together, Dante is another threat at the breakdown, and these two together in the centres, I think they're going to cause havoc. On the wings, then you got Bielbiari on the left wing and Pernod on the right wing. So we know Pernod is, you know, a try machine. Bielbiari, he's shaping up to be something similar as well. The guy is a special young talent, and, you know, I'm expecting him to bag at least a couple of tries in this game. Fullback, then we got Ramos there as well. So, you know, he'll be doing the kicking for this one. And yeah, it's just really strong. They've gone in the first 15 and it continues on the bench. You know, we got Bougarit as a replacement hooker, Wardy and Al-Dahiri as a replacement props. You got Taufi Fanua, who I still think is a lucky boy to be available for this one. You know, given his indiscretion against Uruguay, but they felt that it only warranted a yellow card in that one. Then you got Baudin there as well. You got Coulon, Mofana, and Jamine as well to bring on. So, you know, plenty of impact off their bench coming on too. So, you know, when Namibia think that, you know, they're getting close to the end, they're beginning to tire, all of these guys are going to be unleashed on them and probably going to drive that score up. And, you know, I feel for Namibia, I really do. But let's have a look at their team. So, front row, we've got Seti, Versthuizen, and Coetzee. So pretty much the front row, I think that they played all through. Then in the second row, we've got Chijerico and Ludic. Back row is Kajeko, Retif and Gauseb. Halfbacks, then we got Theron and Laubser. Wingers, you got Grayling on the left wing and Mouton on the right wing. Mouton for me has been the most impressive player for them, certainly in the backs and probably in the whole squad really in terms of impact. The centres, then we got Berger and Diesel, and we got Vandenberg at full back. So again, Namibia, they're picking their best team. Not that it's going to do all that much for them, but I think the thing with Namibia is we know about the fact that they only had 8 games between Rugby World Cups. So getting this amount of game time for these guys, 4 games in a month is going to be amazing for the development of some of these players. But then after the World Cup, somebody needs to pick up the slack and make sure that they get regular game time at test level between now and the next World Cup, because unlike Romania, who I feel like are going to drop down the pecking order in Europe because we can see so many other teams coming up. So Romania have a job to do to make their next Rugby World Cup. I think Namibia will qualify, and they did so well to qualify, having played such little rugby, that hopefully we, I'm talking about the rugby world, can give them more support so that they can be more competitive, in Australia next time. On the bench, then we have Obert Norgia, Jason Benade, we've got Shikufa, Van Leal, Hardwick, Blau, Isaacs and Rousseau. And, how do I think this is going to go? Well, what I'm going to say, France are going to win, and they're going to win well. Like, they're going with their first team, wherever about their second team struggling against Uruguay. The first team is not going to struggle against Namibia. Even if Namibia, I hope Namibia do have, a couple of purple patches where they maybe get a try or two on the board. That would be great for them and just great to kind of lift the whole squad. But France are just going to, be scoring a lot, I think, in this one. And, but for France, really, it is all about preparing for that Italy game. And I think that's why the first team are played this. They don't want them, rusty going into the Italy game, because in the Six Nations, they struggled against Italy. They did beat them, but they did struggle them. And, they don't want a banana skin. Most people are thinking France beat New Zealand and therefore they've already topped the pool and they're through to knockout stages. But Italy potentially could beat them. It's not beyond the realms of possibility of that happening. So I think that's why they've gone strong here. They're going to win well here, and then they're going to be prepared for that Italy game.